Hey guys, welcome back to another grocery haul video. I'm going to keep this intro really short because I'm sick, still getting over that little bug that I had last week. But this is our second shop in our current FlyBuys offer, which is a $60 for 4 weeks for 10,000 bonus points, which is equivalent to $50 cash back. And for you guys who are new around here and don't know what we do with our FlyBuys, what we like to do is just save them all up and cash them out at Christmas time. So we accumulate for the entire year and then cash out at Christmas time, and that's what we use to help towards Christmas and New Year's. And we have 2 kids' birthdays that fall between Christmas and New Year's, so it's a busy time of year for us. So let me turn this around and show you what we picked up today. Today's shop did come in at $70.25. Picked up lots of markdowns. I'm going to be busy this afternoon prepping a lot of this stuff to get it into the freezer, but I will talk to you about all of that stuff when I show you what we bought. So let's turn this around and have a look. All right, so lots of marked down stuff here, and I think we're going to do quite well this week out of the markdown stuff that we picked up. So I did pick up 2 of these cauliflower and vegetable rice mixes for 70 cents. This is a mix with a few different things in there: cauliflower, broccoli, corn, capsicum, carrot, and onion. And I like to use these to bulk out casseroles and soups and things like that. When I find them marked down like this, I just chuck this whole entire packet into the freezer. And then when I go to use it, I will fry it off from frozen. So take it straight back out of the freezer, bang it a little bit on the counter so that it breaks apart, but then basically just fry it straight from frozen and then chuck it in whatever it is that we are making. And like I said, it's really great to fill things like soups and casseroles and stews and those sorts of dishes. We picked up 2 bags of salad mix that were marked down. So we are trying to eat more plant-based, not a vegan diet, but more centered around vegetables and less processed food. So you will see some meat over here. So when I say plant-based, I don't mean vegan. I just mean eat more fruits and veggies. So 2 salad mixes. These were marked down to $1. Their best before date is today, but I'm going to make these up, and we're going to have these over the next 2 or 3 days, and they will be fine, particularly if they're made up and they have the dressing on them. They do keep for a day or 2 after their use by date is what we've found. This stuff over here I'm going to need to cook because, again, its best before is today. So today is Monday, the 19th of April. So these super markdowns are best before or use by today. So I will be busy prepping a lot of this stuff. These veggie medleys were down to 80 cents. I'm just going to chuck them on a pan and I'm just going to roast them off in the oven, and then once they're cooked, they're going to last for a couple of days in the fridge as well. So we can use these for salads and lunches, like pre-made lunches, in a couple of days after we've had the salads. The other thing is that once they're cooked, I can freeze them as well and have dishes that are ready to go, which is what I'm going to do with these Thai green curry veggie bags. They do have the sauce mix in there as well. I just need to add rice as the base. I'm going to need to add some coconut milk to complete this sauce pack, but it's got all the veggies in there. They were down to $1. So I'm going to make these with some chicken that we've got in the freezer, some rice that's in the pantry. I did pick up some coconut cream today. I'm going to make these and then freeze them, and then we can have them, say, next week for lunches. But I'm just going to need to do the cooking part of that today. So picked up 2 of those for $1 each. They're supposed to serve 2, but I reckon we can get probably 6 serves out of these 2 packets. Also picked up some mushrooms that were marked down. They are best before tomorrow. I find they're going to be fine in the fridge for the rest of the week. They'll start to go a bit brown on the outside, but just give them a wipe off. And I will use those either fried up and in some salads or in our breakfasts when we do our egg and veggie breakfast, so smashed eggs and veg. I'll just use some fried up onions, and I have a few other bits and pieces in the fridge that's going to go with that as well. Sugar snap peas, I grabbed those primarily just to have as a snack, 60 cents. They're also best before today, but again, they still feel really firm. They're going to last in the fridge for a couple of days, particularly if we stick them in a Tupperware container. And I grabbed some limes. Again, they still feel really firm. They're going to last for a while, even though they are marked down. We are going to slice these up, and then we can put them in water just to flavor the water. The other thing that I will often do if I get a lot of these marked down is I will slice them and flash freeze them, and then I can just grab out a frozen slice of lime or lemon and chuck that in our water or our drinks, and then we've got flavored water. That's really quick and easy to pull together. Meats, we were quite lucky here in the meat department. We picked up a few things that were marked down, and we still have lots of stuff in the freezer, so lots of chicken and bits and pieces in the freezer, but not a lot of red meat. So today we did pick up a pickled pork that was down to $9.63. This is 1.2 kilos, so we're going to get a fair bit out of that. We'll probably do a dinner and get some lunch meat out of that as well. Some sizzle steaks were half price. They were $6. And I picked up a big rump steak. This is just shy of a kilo for $18. And I will probably do two different things with this. I will use one lot and do a big casserole, because I know that's going to go a long way and make this meat go a long way. The other thing we will do is slice up probably the smaller one, marinate them, put them in the freezer, and then we'll have marinated steaks that will be ready to go. And we will be able to do that with, say, a salad or something like that. We were able to pick up some milk that was marked down. This is the Devondale, so that was down to $3.52, which is cheaper than the Coles or Woolies branded milk, only just, but it is. So slightly coming out in front here. It is used by tomorrow, but I always find that we get a couple of extra days out of the milk. So we'll use this week. As the milk gets past its best before date or use by date, it tends to sour a little bit, but that's the first change that we notice before it goes off or curdles or anything like that. We drink milk past its use by date all the time, and none of us have got sick. So I'm not saying that you guys have to do that, but just, I know people are going to be worried because it is used by tomorrow, and how are we going to drink 3 liters of milk before tomorrow? Well, the truth is we're not. We're going to drink it past our use by date. So I'm not saying that you guys have to do that. I'm just saying that's what we do, and none of us have got sick from that yet. I also needed to grab a lactose-free milk for my mum, so that's for her. I grabbed Charlotte some conditioner, so we opted to go for the organic care for a couple of different reasons, but I know that it's still in plastic. We're trying to get away from plastic as she looks over everything that is wrapped in plastic, and it's just doing my head in. So we are probably going to shop less at the supermarkets, but that is a side note. This one here, a couple of reasons why we went for this one, but basically it was sort of the best of a bad option, really, and Charlotte's just not ready to use the shampoo bars yet, so we've opted for this one. It is made from 100% recycled plastic and can be recycled. You know, you've got no nasties over here on the side, so like I said, not the best choice, but we're just trying to do better, not always the best. Coconut cream, which I need for the Thai green curry that I'm going to do. I completely forgot, and I was at the checkout, and so I had to run back, and I didn't have time to look at all the different options, so I grabbed the one that I knew, even though I know that this isn't the best option. So I think I'm going to look into better options when it comes to coconut cream, but for now that's what we're doing this week at least. Potatoes were $3.90 for the 2 kilo pack, so I did grab those. Cauliflowers were $2.90 a head, so I grabbed one of those. That's a pretty good price. For me, I like fruit and veg when it is less than $3.50 a kilo or unit price. I think that's a pretty good deal, with the exception of potatoes. I like to pick up potatoes when they are $2 a kilo or less. So a 2 kilo bag being $4. So that's fruit and veg. We've got lots over here anyways. Sweet potato was also on special this week, $2.50, and this one here is just on a kilo, or just under. So that's $2.50 worth of sweet potato there. Grapes were $3 for the red grapes, red seedless grapes, so we grabbed those, and an avocado, which was a bit of a splurge. This was $2.90, but that's going to help with some good healthy fats over here with all of this salad stuff. So that is this week's shop. I will still be using some things that are coming out of the pantry, out of the freezer, things that we've picked up, marked down on earlier weeks, and we've put aside, and of course the little bit of stuff that is left in our fridge that we did bring back with us from last week, where we had our little staycation and we were house sitting for my brother and sister-in-law. So we have brought some things back with us, and we will obviously use those things up first. And today I'm going to get in and prep all of this stuff so it can be used and utilized. And we've picked up some bargains. But one of the things I will say, walking around with our little challenge that we've got in April and trying to be more conscious about what we're buying, it is really hard to find things that are Australian, supporting Aussie farmers, that aren't wrapped in plastic, that is sustainable. I mean, the supermarkets is just a nightmare. So Shannon and I are talking about our options, particularly to try and get away from all of this soft plastic, because my goodness, look at this. Like, just about everything is wrapped except for this and this. It's crazy. So that is this week's shop, and let's see what meals we can pull together as the week goes on.